Whenever you know something is wrong and you try to justify it by making it right, it's like trying to recalibrate your subconscious or your conscience into thinking the wrong way. And we was not created that way. Right is right. And there's no wrong in that. Now we're seeing a lot of people more comfortable doing things because of how it's being accepted. You know when something is wrong just by your instincts alone. You pay more attention to it. It doesn't seem right. It doesn't look right. It doesn't taste right. It doesn't feel right. I was speaking to this guy and this lady, and I picked them up from Club Twist. Club Twist is a gay club on South Beach. And you gotta be careful with the names that you entertain. Because the things that goes on in Club Twist are really twisted. As soon as you go to the bathroom, you have men in there waiting to give you fellatio. Drugs are everywhere. And everybody's making out with each other. Why is it done that way? Because they make out first, and then they get to know your name. Men have high sex drives. And this is the thing, this is the common denominator, or the meter. Who can get it to go off radar the quickest time? So this is what they do in there. Have sex first and ask questions later. Pretty twisted. I've come to discover, though, that this is not only just done in gay clubs. So I picked this guy up, and he's with a woman. It seemed like a woman. And I know sometimes you can get more of an understanding if it is a woman by the way the person talks. So I'm just going to say it seemed like a woman. So we start to speak, and he's telling me, things about himself at first. And then he goes, "Would you tell her that I love her?" So I'm like, I can't tell her that you love her. You have to show her that you love her. And you are the one who's supposed to tell her that you love her. So then I know the conversation is going to get a lot more interesting. Because then he goes, I made some mistakes and I'm not perfect. And I've done some things to her. But I love her. It's just that she don't understand me. She don't understand my life. So he's a gang member. He was from Boston. And he took so much pride in being a gang member. How they would do anything for each other and you can't get out. Once you get in, you can't get out. How they jumped him in, they beat him up. And that's just the way it goes. And again, you can't get out. So I'm like, you're afraid. This is exactly what it is. You're afraid, baby. I said, so you're from Boston? I said, so how would they know if you moved to Miami that you're not there anymore? They don't know where you are. Oh no, you can't get out. So I said, you know what? It's only fear. The enemy has you bound by fear. You saw something, or someone told you a scenario that is predicated on that one fact that's keeping you in bondage. You can't get out. And you've allowed this to put you in a chokehold. So then I go, why am I picking you up from a gay club? Again, certain request comes and I get to decide if I want to accept that request. It was a reason why. This person was very emotional and he was crying for help. This is why I say you never, never, never know. I've actually got to speak to homosexual men. And the lifestyle is so not glamorous. It's not fun like they portray it to be. You have to give somebody all of you first. In the pervertedest way that sex is not even counted as sex. It's just a despicable act. That's an abomination to the one who created you. So after doing this and realizing that you're not even compatible with that person, could you imagine the shame, the guilt, the humiliation, the embarrassment after it's done that the enemy plays with their mind? Why do I say that? A lot of them say it's terrible, the men that they have to choose from. Homosexual men are saying this. Let's just say they decide to give this perverted way of having relation. Let's just say they try to entertain this for a second. What they come to realize is the trauma, the guilt, the shame, the humility from not being what they're not supposed to be, confused. Now they bombard them with all of that feeling. And they want them to hold it for them. Because again, in order to get the real healing that you need, it starts from within. So just because you're thinking that you're in a relationship with somebody who, hey, like the same thing you like, and again, sex is the only common denominator, you really get to see how dysfunctional this person really is. And they don't like that. Just like another catty woman, but now it's a homosexual man. So I'm asking him, why am I picking you up from a gay club? Why were you there? So he goes, I'm trying to find myself. So he have the girl in the car with him, and he's in the gay club, and he's a gang member, and he's saying he's trying to find himself. Is that not the ultimate cry for help? So I'm speaking to him and I'm telling him, you matter, you're unique, you have purpose, and it doesn't matter what you've been through. Names, again, like Club Twisted, if I may say. Trauma, guilt, shame, struggle, draining. You have to be careful what you name, because then it starts to develop characteristics and it wants to hang out with you. But you have to hold it. And each day it gets heavier. So I'm talking to him and he's crying, he's crying, he's crying. And I'm saying, you can move, you can do something different. And he's crying and he wants to try to prove to me that, the gang is loyal. And if he called them right now, they will pick up the phone. I said, baby, they're not going to pick up the phone. And sure enough, he called 3 times. And whoever that was he was calling was not going to pick up the phone, because he needed to hear what the Holy Spirit was telling him, using me as the vessel. So this is why Jesus sat with sinners, to help them get more of an understanding that you are not your mistake. It was something that happened, and based off how you respond to it, that speaks volume. Of course, Jesus can find you anywhere, but he does not keep you there. And this is the part so many people like to miss on purpose. And because of that, the Lord revealed something to me by exposing. Because women are willing to deal with men and their issues and their little boy issues, because that's all it is, they are allowing these men to have sex with other men and then come and have sex with them. It's more convenient. And the Lord is saying, just like he said already in his word, but now he's reiterating it with great emphasis, because now your body is reacting, because it really is a sin against the body as well. And these women are going to be smelly. And that's an identification. And I guess it's going to be a hideous smell. And he's exposing these men that way. And now they're not well. They're saying and they're doing things that is twisted. Because that's not the way that you are supposed to entertain another man or a woman. Sex was designed to be demonstrated in a holy union with one man and one woman.